Right. Hi Harry, how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
That's good. Good to see you. I'm Sam, your nutritional coach. So today I'll be having a look into your current diet and training. And seeing what I can do to help you get the most out of training and your meal plan and your footy. Could you tell me why you decided to see a nutritional coach?
Yeah, sure. I just feel like I need to increase my performance all around on the field. I think I train hard, but I'm very lazy when it comes to eating right, and I think a nutritional coach could really benefit me.
Okay, cool. So yeah, it could definitely be the way you're eating if you feel like you're training hard and not seeing the results that you want.
Yeah, I just feel like, I don't have the energy to run on the ground, and especially when I'm playing a match, I'm super sore the next day.
Well, okay, sounds like to me it could definitely be the way you're eating. Maybe a bit of your recovery, post-training recovery as well. So before I have a look at your 24-hour recall diary, which I emailed you and you filled in.
Yep.
Awesome. Tell me a bit about your position you play in football.
So I play back flank, which is in the opposition's. It's closer to the opposition's full forward. I'm in the corner of the centre square. Yeah, and I just pretty much stop them from kicking goals and stop it from entering their forward 50.
Yeah, sweet. All right, that sounds like you're a pretty active position. Yeah, awesome. So, like most positions in the game, AFL is characterized by unpredictable periods of intermittent high-intensity work. What I mean by that, it's not like you're going for a 10K run or a swim or something like that, where you're just relying on one energy system and you're just going the same pace the whole time. In an AFL game, you could be sprinting for the ball 1 minute, being tackled the next. And the next minute when the ball's down the other half of the field, you could be more, less mobile and just standing there sort of resting a little bit. But then the next minute you could be sprinting again, all right? So instead of relying on one energy system, you're actually relying on all three to provide you for fuel for your game. So I'm just briefly going to explain the three energy systems to you so you have a little understanding of them.
Alright, but why do I need an understanding of them? Why don't you just give me a meal plan and I follow that?
Oh, good point. But the reason I'm actually educating you, rather than just giving you a plan to follow, is because you're much more likely to follow a plan if you know the reasons why you are doing the things that I've given you. So if I've told you to eat a certain food group or eat a certain meal, wouldn't you be more likely to adhere to that if you knew the benefit, how it would benefit you on the field, rather than just you doing it because I told you to?
Okay, that makes sense. I guess if I knew it was helping me and my field of performance, and I meant in my on-field performance, it would definitely give me a benefit.
Yeah, awesome. All right, I'm glad you understand. I'm just going to briefly explain it, just a little touch. So the first energy system that I'm going to touch on is the ATP-PC system. This system provides immediate energy for maximum intensity, short duration activity, which is usually around 10 to 15 seconds burst of energy. All right, before it burns out, it only lasts for that long before it's run out. Okay, so it's really good for your sprints, your 10-second sprints. Imagine you were running as fast as you can for the ball, but then it bounces away and you got to run a little further and you start to get really tired and you couldn't possibly run that fast anymore. Okay, so that's that system. All right, the next one is the anaerobic system. Now this one lasts a little bit longer, still about 10 seconds to 2 minutes. So you can actually use that one to get you around the field a little bit longer, but it still burns out pretty quickly. Still good for sprints, and if you need to go for a bit longer, then that's where that energy comes from, that system. Okay, so the last system is the aerobic system. So this one is the one used for long duration activities. This one is going to get you to the end of your game, okay? This one, 10-kilometer runners use, long distance swimmers use. It's the one that keeps you going for the whole time. Okay, see why you need all three to help you fuel your game. Yeah, awesome. All right. Okay, so I just briefly touched on those just so you have an idea. All right, now let's have a look at your diary. Okay, awesome. Let me have a look at this. Beautiful. All right, so this was your intake for the 24 hours before your game on the weekend, am I right?
Yeah, this was before our game against the Southern Suns.
Southern Suns, good. Did you win?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, cool. Let's have a look at this. Okay, breakfast. Day 1, big bowl of crunchy nut cereal. A snack, you had a toasted ham and cheese sandwich on white bread. Lunch, a meat pie and a 600ml chocolate milk. Snack, a Boost bar. Dinner, homemade butter chicken curry with some rice and broccoli. Awesome. And the next day, the day before your game, another bowl of crunchy nut cereal, a large blueberry muffin from the bakery. Lovely. Lunch, a grilled chicken wrap with bacon, lettuce, and mayo and cheese. Okay, and snack, an apple with another chocolate milk. And then dinner, this is your pre-game sort of carb, I'm guessing, is a penne pasta with bolognese sauce and meat. And you had some dessert, some vanilla ice cream with some Milo. Awesome. All right, so what I'm noticing is you're consuming a lot of high GI, sort of sugary foods, like your cereal, Boost bar, chocolate bar, your muffin, even your chocolate milk, ice cream, that sort of thing. Okay. GI is the glycemic index of food, and it refers to the figure representing the ability of a carbohydrate to raise the levels of glucose in the blood. Okay. So foods with high GI cause a rapid rise in your blood glucose levels. So these are the sort of foods that if you have diabetes, you sort of want to avoid because you don't want that rapid rise in your blood glucose levels. Understand? So these ones provide you with a quick surge of energy, but it doesn't last very long. You usually have a bit of a crash soon after. So this might be why you're not actually feeling that energized to get through your game, because you've got these, simple carbohydrates that are you're taking just before your game. You're running around, having a good time, chasing the ball, kicking some goals. Or not you, your defense. You're not kicking goals, but you are defending. And then you crash second half. You're a bit more lethargic. You just don't have that energy to get through. Am I right?
Yeah, this could be why. It all makes sense. So does this mean I shouldn't have any glucose in my system so I don't experience this crash?
Not at all. Quite the opposite, actually. So your energy availability is actually limited to the amount of glycogen which is stored in your muscle. So before training and games, you need to make sure that those stores are fully stocked. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're eating adequate carbohydrate, low GI, such as oats, sweet potato, brown rice. These will stock it up, make sure they're fully stocked, ready for the game. And these sort of carbohydrates, the low GI kind, will keep you going for longer. Okay, for a position like back flank, I would recommend eating probably about 5 to 7 grams per kilogram of body weight of carbohydrates leading up to the game and training. So if you weigh 70 kilos and you times that by 5, that's 350 grams of carbs. So you want that much in your system leading up to the game, okay? And that's going to be sort of enough to keep you going. And then your pre-game meal, the one in the morning before you play your game, you want to eat around 2 hours before you start playing as well, so you digest it. But you want to eat about 3 to 4 grams per kilogram of carbohydrates, your body weight as well. So that's going to be enough to keep you going. Okay?
Yeah, that's such a large meal. Usually I only have something small for a game because it upsets my stomach.
Okay, so what we want to do, we need to make sure that you've got that energy to rely on during your game. So we need to make sure you've got something in there that's going to fuel you, okay? It's a good idea, rather than me give you this meal plan and you just start eating straight away before your game and then you're getting an upset stomach. I want you to practice it during the week before training. So the morning before your training day, or just before your training if you train at night, I want you to eat that big meal. So your stomach can get used to digesting it, and you can get used to training or running around with that much food in your stomach, because it is really important that you have those glycogen stores stocked up and ready to go, so you have that energy to get through your game. And hopefully if you have time to digest it and get used to it, it won't cause you that discomfort. If it really doesn't work, if you've been trying it for a few weeks and it doesn't work, we can always introduce things like sports drinks and gels. They'll give you some quick release energy, just some simple carbohydrates that'll surge you through the rest of the game. But I would rather you eating whole foods that'll keep you going for longer. So try this for me during the week or the next couple of weeks. Let me know how it goes. We'll talk about it. Let me know how you're feeling. Even write it down, how you're feeling after you've eaten, while you're training. Just write it down so you remember, so you can get back to me, and then we can figure out something. If it's working for you, great. If it's not, we'll have to think of something else. How does that sound?
That all sounds good. I'll give that a go.
Awesome. All right. Now let's talk about fueling up during the game, because as you're playing, your glycogen stores are going to drop because you're exerting that much energy. But the good thing about field sports like AFL, you've got these breaks. You've got half time, quarter time. If you get a foul, you get a timeout, don't you?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so they're a really good chance to replenish your stores, your glycogen stores. So you want to be topping up with about 70 grams of carbs per hour of exercise. So a footy game's about an hour. So you want to be sort of replenishing that much during that hour. So even if on your halftime break you have something like a sports drink or a gel, this is where these sports drinks and gels are really good, because you might, you get a few minutes break. If you eat a big meal to get your 70 grams of carbs in, it's going to be huge. You're going to be sluggish, and that's not enough time to digest that meal. So that's where these gels and drinks are really good, because you get that quick surge of energy, of carbohydrate that's going to push you through the end of the game and keep you going. You'll have enough energy to get through that second half of the game. Do you think you can have some sort of gel or sports drink in your break?
Yeah, I always have one floating around in my bag, so
awesome.
Yeah, I should give that a go.
Yeah, good. That'll definitely give you more energy to finish the game. All right. So let's talk about post-game recovery. Now, after the game, even though you've been fueling up with your little gels throughout the game, your stores will still be depleted from the game. So you want to consume about 1 to 1.5 grams of carbs per kilo of your body weight within 30 minutes of the game. The reason we try and get this meal in closer to the completion of the game is because the muscles demonstrate greater ability to absorb blood glucose. So that means it'll absorb it quicker, and your stores will be replenished quickly. Speedy recovery. Okay. So make sure you eat protein as well. For your post-game meal, you want about 20 to 30 grams of protein. So a really good one is just some rice, veggies, chicken. Get that in you. Awesome. Even some pasta, chicken, something like that. For you during the day, each day you want to eat about 1 to 1.4 grams of protein per kilo of body weight of protein, to make sure your muscles are recovering. This is a bit more than the general population, just because of the amount of stress your body is under with your training, with your games. You want your muscles to be able to recover, and that's where that protein comes in. That helps with the building and repair of your muscles, and will help you recover. Now, I want to talk briefly about hydration. How much water do you drink?
Definitely not as much as I should. I only drink I have a water bottle about this big, and I definitely don't drink it all.
During the day, okay. So it's super important to stay hydrated. Water helps lubricate the joints for better movement during the game, okay? So imagine you're running around, you want your joints to be moving nice and fluidly. It also regulates your body temperature. If you're dehydrated, you might start to get dizzy, you might start to get tired. That might be what's happening during the game. You're dehydrated, and even cramps. Do you ever get cramps?
Yeah.
So that's your dehydration kicking in. You should be drinking at least 2 liters a day, more on training days, because you are exerting yourself that little bit more. Okay, so I want you to try this for me, another little experiment. Do this along with your eating. The night before you go to bed, before a training session or a game, I want you to drink 500 ml of water, okay? When you wake up, another 500 ml, straight away. Every hour before you start training, if you train at night, this much, I want you to drink another 250 ml every hour, okay? If you train at night, that's every hour during the day, 250 ml. If it's in the morning, just get it in. And during that last hour before you start training or before you start your game, I want you to drink 900 ml. Make sure you are getting that fluid in, okay? See how you feel, and let me know again. Write notes down, just remember how you feel so you can get back to me and let me know how you are going, alright?
Okay, sounds good. I knew I wasn't drinking enough water. I just didn't know how important it was. I definitely should drink more. I have a question about my diet.
Yep.
What should I be eating before a game? You said I should eat carbs. Isn't my crunchy nut cereal good for that?
Well, I was going to get back to that. Good question. So crunchy nut cereal is a source of carbs, but it's also full of sugar. As I mentioned before, meals or foods high in sugar will give you a nice quick hit of energy, but you will experience that crash. Remember how I mentioned before about the GI foods that probably has really high GI? You'll eat it, you'll feel energized, and then later on you'll just have no energy, okay? So what you want to do is eat something that's going to keep you going for longer, okay? What I would recommend for you, because you like your sweet cereal, I'd have a big bowl of oats, drizzled with some honey for that crunchy nut flavor, and some sweetness, and that should keep you going for much longer than that crunchy nut. Oats are an excellent source of food. Does that sound alright?
Yeah, that actually sounds really good. I'll give it a go tomorrow before training.
Awesome. Alright, excellent. Okay, so I'll get that rest of that meal plan sorted. I'll send it through to you. You can get that started as soon as possible. And remember to keep notes on how you're feeling as well. If anything in the meal plan upsets your stomach, if you don't like it at all, like if you see a meal and just hate it, I want you to let me know straight away so we can organize to change it, fix it up so you're happy with your plan. And yeah, you're feeling good before training, and so you can, you know, win the game on the weekend. Make sure no goals get kicked by the other team.
Awesome.
Sounds good?
Sounds good.
All right, see you next time, Harry.
Yeah.
Awesome.